Welcome back to Mascara and Magazine. So today we're going to talk about something that is just kind of basic level of awareness, okay? We've all seen people in their vehicles driving down the road and they've got things on their car like Yeti, Apple, Otterbox, Choco, whatever. And we naturally assume you own those products. And if you are in the gun world and that switch of awareness has flipped for you, and it hasn't for everybody, and that's okay. I'm not saying anything. Some people it's flipped, some people it hasn't, and it just takes time. It's one of those things that takes time, and that's okay. So what do you think when you see those stickers? They own those products. What do you think when you see the guy in his pickup that has Glock, Mossberg, SIG, Palmetto State, okay? We see those if you're in the gun world and we go, I bet that's what he's got. Some criminals want to know if that is what's in your car when you're inside the restaurant eating dinner with your family. And they're going to break into your car. When you go to the bank, the post office, the courthouse, and you can't take those things inside, it's a target, okay? I understand. I've never had my vehicle broken into, but I don't have those stickers on my car. I don't have my name on my car. I don't have homeschool mom on my car, anything that can identify me. Your kids play sports. You've got their name, their school, what number they are on your car. It's a safety risk, okay? It's just one of the things to think about. Clothing, t-shirts, stuff like that. Yes, I am public with what I carry, how I carry, stuff like that. I carry concealed, okay? If you're open carrying, that is to the bad guys and to the gun people, we're going to see it. Average daily people may or may not see it, okay? You're in the store, everyone's in their phone, they're shopping, they're arguing with their kids, they're not looking at you, and if you're carrying a gun, it's not a concern to them. Most people still live in the world of that doesn't happen here, okay? And guns are for sport. They're for hunting. They're at home in people's safes and their houses, not concealed carry in your car, things like that. So the average citizen is probably not going to notice. If you're in the gun world, you notice that concealed carry, okay? If you see me wearing a Palmetto State shirt, you're probably like, what's that? Your mind probably doesn't go to pistol and concealed carry, but it definitely goes to guns. Do you build? Do you hunt? Do you shoot? Like, what are you doing? And I get that. So I personally, I don't care to wear the Palmetto State shirt. That doesn't necessarily say I conceal carry, I have a firearm on me. Those are the kind of things I avoid. I don't wear t-shirts that say, pistol packing mama and girl with a gun and I shoot like a girl. Things like that. Things that specifically say there's a firearm on my body right now. This, I don't feel like Palmetto State portrays that. Palmetto State is just gun world, okay? And I'm okay with that. If I'm at home, wear what you want to wear, okay? But I never really noticed how hard I look at people when they wear stuff like that. We were at a Mexican restaurant a couple months ago, and there was a guy wearing a Warrior Poet shirt. Love Warrior Poet Society. John Lovell is great. We watch all the videos, love the channel, great content, go like them. But he was wearing a Warrior Poet shirt, and my husband and I were both like, is he carrying? Where's he carrying? What's he got? And we're watching, we're looking, we're aware. Some of the guys that he was at the table with, or the older couple in the booth right behind us, didn't even notice the guy was there, much less had a shirt on, what it said, and if he had a gun under it. So and this is also one of the things about concealed carry. When you first get that firearm and you put it on and you're like, I have no way to conceal this. Like, this is insane. How do you guys do that? It's going to always feel big and obvious to you for those first couple months. Your body you've just strapped a 1 to 2 pound brick on your body that wasn't made to be there. And God didn't design us to say right here is where your firearm goes. Wish he did. That'd have been cool, but he didn't. So we have to make it work. And how I carry, what I carry is not going to be the same for everyone. But a lot of women get into this industry and they want to be in this world and they want self-defense, self-protection, all the things. And they go, I just can't. I can't carry like that. Let's work on it, okay? To the average citizen in Walmart, they don't see it. They don't notice. My husband has had people ask him, is that your colostomy bag? Yeah, sure. Okay. Whatever. There's lots of wonderful tips and tricks in women's fashion that you can do to pull the attention away. The little side knot, all that kind of stuff. Patterns versus solids, go up a size. Okay. If you're wearing an extra small, tank top and you're trying to put a Glock 19 under it, it's not going to work. If you're wearing super tight clothing, you can't conceal a pencil in that, much less firearm. Okay. So to some degree, you are going to have to dress around this. If you're not willing to do that, it's not going to work. Okay. I used to always say, I don't dress around my firearm. I do a little bit. The cut of the shirt makes a big difference. When it's higher on the sides and the front and back are a little longer, it's not going to conceal. It's going to come up. It's going to tuck right up behind my holster and it's there for the world to see. I don't care if people see. If I'm in Walmart, my shirt comes up or whatever. I don't care. Our state, know your laws, okay? Our state doesn't have printing laws. We can't open, conceal, all that jazz. We are a constitutional carry state if you are a citizen or a resident. But if you've just strapped that firearm on and you're trying to figure out how to carry it, it feels huge, massive. Everybody notices. Feels like a neon sign saying, hey, look what I have. It's not. It feels like that to you because it's there. It's not. Now, it's not a big deal. The average person is not going to notice. The average person is not going to know what Palmetto State Armory is. The average person is not going to know, if you have a shirt that's just got the 2 little D's, Daniel Defense, they're not going to know what that is. But, okay. And then if they do, if they're not in the gun world, then they probably think it's your hunting rifle. It's at home. It's in a safe. No one thinks, oh, they're into guns. They're probably a concealed carrier. That's not where their train of thought goes, okay? But that is a simple safety concern. The stickers on your car, the clothing that you wear, you really, in my opinion, should not advertise, yes, I have a firearm on me right now. I want that element of surprise, okay? If things go down, the bad guy comes, he already is set on doing harm. He is already armed with something, a knife, anything, and he already has his plan figured out. I am the one that's having to react. I don't get to act. I don't know his intentions from 3 aisles over. I have to react once I see it. So your brain has to take that time to process and say, threat, draw, target, acquisition, fire. So it's a lot. So he already has the upper hand, okay? If you're open carrying, the bad guy has probably already found you if you are in his general vicinity. Not against open carrying. I'd rather you open carry than not carry at all. But just know that is what the bad guys are going to notice. Okay, they're scoping out everything, trying to figure out who can I take down first. Women, we're first. We're normally seen as more vulnerable, weak, not a threat, things like that. It's easy for them to take us out. So I've argued for years, we have to be more aware, more skilled, more in practice than most men, because most men, they're average size. And, if it comes down to hand-to-hand combat, then fine. A lot of women can do that too, but we have to be more aware. We've got the kids, okay? We have to be more aware of our surroundings because of our children. So it's a whole concern, okay? So when you're getting out of that vehicle and someone sees on your car, pistol packing mama, homeschool mom. My kid plays, sports for the local middle school and he's number 12. They're going to go, oh, okay. Sex trafficking is real. Just because it hasn't happened to you, to your family, that you've seen with your own eyeballs, doesn't mean it's not real. And that is our comfort zone. If it doesn't affect me, I haven't seen it, haven't experienced it, so therefore it's not a thing. False. This is why we carry, because bad things can happen. Bad things can happen anywhere at any time. You cannot live in the mentality of that doesn't happen here. Hasn't happened here yet. Hasn't happened here while you were here. Like, you don't know that. In our little bitty town of about 45,000 people, there was, in about a 3 to 4 week span, there were 2 different shootings, which, okay, they were labeled shootings. It was more just like negligent discharges at a park with a swimming pool, and a kids camp was going on. Some guy came up from the town 30 minutes south and is just shooting a firearm in the air, okay? Wasn't targeted anybody. Nobody got hurt. This time, thankfully, okay, that was the second time something like that had happened in that area in about 2 weeks. A few days after that, there was a shooting of some degree at the local Walmart. The Walmart we shop at, ours has 2. And it was broad daylight, Walmart Supercenter, lots of traffic, lots of people. Firearm discharge. I don't know if all the details of it, I don't remember. But I want you to, it's easy to go, well, nobody was hurt, not a big deal. Think about how you would have reacted. What would you have done if you're shopping and you're in the baking aisle getting cupcakes and you've got 1 or 2 kids with you and you hear a firearm go off inside the store? You're in the parking lot and you hear that firearm go off in the parking lot. What are you gonna do? I'm not saying we charge and start shooting, but are you ready? Do you have some sort of a plan? Do your kids know you don't need to run from me? Because you or both of us are now running towards a threat, okay? Do your kids know that? Do they know you need to stay here? If I say get on the floor, I mean get on the floor right now. Don't ask me questions. Do they know that? Little things like that. You know, we've seen sex trafficking. We've seen, you know, that weird vehicle has followed you the last 3 blocks. We've seen in stores sex traffickers normally travel in groups of at least 3. Okay, if you don't know that, you need to know that. There's always at least one woman, and they use the woman to be friendly to you. And hey, do you happen to know where the pickles are? Oh, your daughter's really cute. You have 2 kids, really? And it's friendly conversation. But if you'll watch, there's normally 1 to 2 other people, at least one man, that is watching her as she's talking to you. And you'll go 2 or 3 aisles over, and there they are again, nowhere near the pickles. And you go to checkout, and there they are again with no groceries. They're watching, okay? This is why situational awareness is the difference in life and death. Okay, if you're walking around in your phone and you're not paying attention to what's going on around you, you are a target, okay? You're a woman, you're a target. You have kids, you're a target. So those are just simple things. Nothing is a safety barrier, okay? You go in the bathroom, that door is junk. It's not a safety barrier. It can be broken in about 3 seconds by an average person. You could probably break the door. Next time you're in the public bathroom and you're in there and you've got that door shut, just use your foot and just move it. I'm not saying break it, don't damage property. Just move it. See how unsecure it is. It's gonna flex, it's gonna move, okay? It's a concern. Be careful, watch your surroundings. Don't advertise that you carry, you know, with stickers on your car, you know, and I like stickers, okay? I love stickers. Everything you order gets a sticker. Everything from Palmetto State. Everything from T-Rex Arms, everything from Glock and Crossbreed holsters and Trijicon and Holosun and Streamlight, okay? They've all got stickers. I don't know what to do with my stickers, so I just hold them because I like them, but they're not in my car, okay? I want to advertise and support these companies, okay? I do, and I know that's why a lot of people, I got sticker, okay? So we're gonna put it on there. Everyone should go buy Holosun. Yeah, you should. But we have to advertise in other ways, okay? Social media is good for this. You can share these things without specifically saying, this is what I have. Set your not your notifications, your feed, your posts to friends only, not public. So anybody that happens by, mutual friend of a friend of a friend, and they go, she carries in a crossbreed holster, which doesn't have retention on it. Or you've got a Streamlight, so anything that happens in the dark, you're going to see it. And they know your setup. They know your way of thinking, okay? I'm not saying don't advertise. I'm not saying don't carry, don't share how you carry. You know, that's why I do this. I share how I carry to help someone else. Could be a safety risk. But if you're clicking on these videos, you're probably more like-minded. And you don't know where I live. So there's that. Women like to overshare. We overshare easy. We like to talk. We typically, and I'm speaking in generalities, okay? Someone comes up to us and, hey, I just moved here. Do you live in this area? What's something that's close by? How long have you lived here? And we're easy to be like, okay, so you know that this is Cleveland. I actually don't live in Cleveland. I'm 30 minutes over in Helen, you know, if you live in Georgia. Or, you know, I don't actually live in Knoxville. Like, I know I'm at the Costco in Knoxville, but I live in Oak Ridge, you know, if you're in Tennessee. North Carolina, you know, we're in Wilmington. We're right here by the beach. We love it. Yeah, we've lived here. We actually live like 10 minutes from the beach. It's the best thing ever. You've just given them information. You are not required to be nice to strangers. You don't have to be rude, okay? A lot of you are Christians. You've got a Christian testimony to keep. I get it. But you don't have to be nice to the point of giving them voluntary information. I don't have to tell you where I live. I don't have to tell you if I work, if I homeschool, what my job is, what grade my kids are in. I don't have to tell you if they play sports, if we do after school activities. I don't have to. Stop oversharing, okay? We've seen the vehicles that drive down the street 2-3 times a day, watching for kids in the yard, watching your house, things like that. Some of you have had these real life experiences, and that's why you carry. So remember that. You've been through these things. Don't put the stickers on your car. Don't wear the t-shirt that says, I'm carrying firearm, okay? It's just a concern. Situational awareness, don't advertise. You know, the general public, like I said, they're not going to notice. Keep working. The general public, like I said, they're not going to notice. You know, you could open carry, and they're probably not going to notice because no one pays attention to anything. Your head really should be on a swivel. You need to know. You need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to realize that guy, that woman, that whatever has been kind of close to me the last 3 aisles I've turned down. It's kind of suspicious, okay? Just beware. When you're at a store, another safety tip I'm going to give you, when you're at a store like that, most of the time, there's unmarked security. It's their like loss prevention, unmarked security, whatever. Some of these places even have police officers, on-duty police officers employed to stay at the store. Get a manager. You know, ask for a man to walk you out to your car. And they will. They will. Go up to another woman. Okay, if you come up to me and you're like, hey, you know, how you doing? Can you just pretend like you know me and talk to me for a second? And you're smiling and I'm going to go, sure can. Are you okay? No, this guy's been following me for 3 aisles and I'm about to leave and I don't want to walk to my car by myself. I'm so glad I ran into you today. Why don't we go get coffee? I'm going to check out and let's go. I don't care if I'm done shopping or not. I'll come back and make 2 trips and we're going to check out and I'm going to walk outside with you. And we're going to chat like we are best friends and we are going on this coffee date and that other guy's not going to know the difference. Don't walk out alone. Not all women think that way. And you can't just pick out who is or who isn't. Like, I get that. You need to wait a second. But find somebody, okay? It is not crazy for you to be like, I don't even want to walk to my car. Like, I'm in broad daylight. And no, they don't care that they're in broad daylight, okay? Stop. They don't care that they're in broad daylight. They are banking on no one else watching, paying attention, because when this happens and the police get involved and they want to say, they ask, you know, the witnesses and say, well, what was he wearing? Nobody paid attention long enough to know. They just saw a guy. You know, 30 minutes, an hour, 2 hours later, they can't recall if he had on a white t-shirt or a gray t-shirt, if he was in boots, if he was in shorts, if he was in jeans, if he had on a hat. Basic things like that can't be recalled, Okay, so that's another reason you need to pay attention. If the police do get involved, if he hurts another woman, and you can say, I saw that guy too. Okay. There's a lot into this situational awareness. If someone's just looking at you, you need to know. If someone's following you, you need to know. Vehicles, same way. Someone has, they were at the store and now I'm 3 blocks from home and they're still behind me. Don't go home. Pull into another store. Go to somebody else's house. Go to your church. I don't care. Don't lead these people to your house. Okay. There's lots of things like that, but this is just a, first kind of overview. Some things that I thought of, things that I do or don't do. Don't put the stickers on your car. And we don't all think that way. Okay. So that's why we are thinking, learning, training, listening to other people, getting ideas. Look at this for yourself and go, it's really not a big deal for me. Or, maybe she's right. Let's take the stickers down. When you have girls that work at certain restaurants, their managers don't let them put their name on the back of their car. You got a cute little sticker that says, Ashley, or whatever your name is, and you start working at some of these certain places of employment because it's a safety risk. They don't want the men following you out to your car, because you've got a name tag on, and they don't want the customers to know that's your car. You're closing tonight. Because that's when you work in a restaurant, that's one of the things any guy that starts hitting on you says, when do you get off? Lie. Are you working tomorrow night? Lie. No, not. Okay. You don't have to be honest with these people. Anybody that could be possibly doing you harm, yes, it seems like regular chit chat, and that is our problem. We are used to regular chit chat, safe, it's just a conversation, no one's going to get hurt. Sometimes they do. Think about what you're oversharing. Think about what you're saying in the checkout line, talking to the guy behind you. All of that. You don't have to answer, okay? So be aware. Be aware of your surroundings. Be aware of what's on your car, what's on your clothes, and the information that you give. Safety is your number one concern, okay? So until next time, be aware.